Setting up the presentation, full example on a situation where the payments are no longer the same. So for the sake of the example, the client used to pay 140, now the lowest option is 190. So I'll give you a full example on the details, the steps, and the topics that you're going to be reviewing to justify the difference of the 140 to now the 190. Number one, sell the benefit of the company and sell the benefit of yourself. So emphasize on the fact that we're the neighborhood insurance. We help our community. We offer an abundance of information. The majority of the agencies do not offer the information or care about their customers the way we do. Our goal is to offer an abundance of information with no commitment whatsoever, simply to educate each client by giving them a lot of information. We're professionals, we're knowledgeable. Our goal as an agent is to help them make the best decision with their auto insurance, to help them with information so they can be confident enough to know what option will be the best one for them. Number two, you're going to review the coverages, you're going to review the 101, you're going to give them a full description of each category, you're going to emphasize the pros and cons of all the coverages from liability, uninsured, comp and collision, higher limits of liability, rental and towing, roadside. You're going to give them a quick idea of all the coverages. You're going to determine what coverages are they looking for, what coverages are they interested in getting, and also what coverages did they have on their previous policy. Number three, you're going to introduce a loss ratio. You're going to educate the customer on the purpose of companies not offering the same rate. You're gonna sell the idea that the rates fluctuate on a month-to-month basis or quarterly basis, and if the policy cancels, there's a 90% chance that the insurance company will no longer offer the same rate that they had before. So you're gonna sell the idea that insurance companies are gonna balance their losses by increasing their payments. That's the whole concept of the loss ratio. If not, they could potentially go bankrupt. Number five, you're going to introduce the approximate. Number four, you're going to requote them with their previous company. Now, the purpose of requoting them with their previous company is to eliminate the 140 because they're looking to find 140 or lower. And where am I getting the 140? The 140 is technically the payment that they were making prior to cancellation of the policy. So you're going to sell the idea that the company that they had, which in this case, let's just say it's Infinity, is no longer offering the 140 anymore. Due to the loss ratio, due to the fact that their losses have been increasing, now they're increasing the rates. So the 140 that they were paying before is no longer available. Infinity is going to offer a monthly payment of $250 based on today's rate. So you're going to sell the idea that based on the loss ratio, their monthly payment is no longer available. And you're also going to sell the idea that the only way that they can actually keep the same monthly payment without having to pay more is by keeping the policy active. So if the policy cancels in the future, they're going to be in the same situation over and over and over. So emphasize on the fact that they have the ability of making a payment on time or at least 5 to 10 to 15 days late to eliminate and avoid being in this position. But sell the idea that the new quote, the new price, the new monthly payment that Infinity is going to offer is going to be $250. So once again, the purpose of requoting is simply to eliminate the 140 from their mentality and to educate them that their current policy or their previous policy is now offering $250, not the 140 that they were paying before. Number five, now you're going to introduce the approximate of the monthly payment that we have available. You're going to introduce the fact that based on 70 different companies, based on all the discounts that we were able to qualify for, like a loyalty discount, the lowest monthly payment that we have available is $180 to $190. Now keep in mind that at this point you've already educated the customer that their existing company, their previous company, is no longer offering the $140. Now they're going to offer $250. So after you introduce the concept that their new payment with their previous company is going to be $250, now you're going to introduce the idea that the new monthly payment that we have available is $180 to $190. Number 6, you're going to introduce the concept of savings. Now, within the concept of savings, your whole goal is to calculate the $250 that Infinity is going to offer and compare that to the $180 to $190 that we have available. Now, you're going to emphasize on the fact that $250 minus $180, $190, we're technically helping them save $50 to $60 every single month. Now, you're going to calculate the $70 on a month-to-month basis, and you're also going to multiply that times 12. So you're going to emphasize on the fact that we're almost going to help them save almost $800 to $900. That's a lot of money. Sell the idea that the majority of the companies that are offering different solutions for them are not offering as low as the $180 to the $190. Matter of fact, sell the idea that a lot of customers are not saving a lot of money. The more they're saving is $100, $200 max. So the fact that you're able to help them save roughly around $70 a month, roughly around $800 to $900 through the course of the year, that's something very positive. Sell the idea that, once again, the $250 is what we're calculating, not the $140. The $140 is no longer available. So by explaining the loss ratio, requoting them with their previous company, it allows you to add value and to make your option, which is $180 to $190, seem a lot lower than what it technically is. Now the customer is going to be calculating the $250 and the $180 to $190 versus calculating the $140 and the $180 to $190. So on a realistic analysis, the customer is going to pay more than what they were paying before. They were paying $140. The lowest that we have is $180 to $190. But by using the loss ratio and also requoting them, now we're actually adding value, we're creating savings because we're calculating the $250 that Infinity is going to offer, and we're making our $180 to $190 seem a lot more positive, a lot lower, and most likely they're going to consider the option. Now, if you skip the loss ratio and the requoting, then the customer is going to look at the $180 and $190 as a higher payment versus as a lower payment because you're introducing the $250. Number 7, sell the idea of shopping around. And sell the idea that shopping around is not always a good thing. So just in case they give you any negatives as far as the $180 to $190, or if you feel that they're hesitating on saying yes, tell them, look, shopping around is not a good thing. Shopping around is not a positive thing. Matter of fact, we work with 70 different companies, so we have an abundance of solutions. The majority of the agencies, they technically offer 5 to 10 different companies. That's pretty much it. That's the max, 5 to 10 different companies. So every single agency that you visit, they're going to give you the lowest based on 5 to 10 different companies versus giving us an opportunity, which we appreciate the opportunity. We're giving you the lowest based on 70 different companies. So it's going to take you 7 to 10 agencies to get the same option that we're giving you. Also, sell the idea that a lot of agencies, they work based on a take it or leave it mentality, which means they're going to give you an option. You like it? Yes, no, have a good day, come back when you're ready. They're not going to give them the service that we're giving them. They don't offer quality service. They don't offer information. They don't take the time to really educate and explain and help each customer. They're technically going to give you options. You like them? Fantastic. If you don't like them, have a good day. So sell the idea that the majority of the agencies are going to be rude, are going to be negative. They're not going to offer the same service. Matter of fact, they're not going to give them the same attention, and most likely they're not going to treat them the right way. Number eight, you're going to sell value you're going to add value by introducing justifying factors. Now keep in mind that you need to tailor the information to fit the customer situation. So emphasize on the actual factors that are relevant to the customer. Justifying factors such as the type of driver, if they have any tickets, or if they have a license, a matricula, anything that's going to be relevant to their situation. Also use the zip code as a way of justifying the information as well. The coverages, the vehicle, use anything within the justifying factors to add value to your presentation. Another thing that you're going to use to add value, you're going to use the concept of urgency. You're going to use real life examples to help you justify that the information that we're offering is actually the lowest. So number 8, once again, you're literally going to add value to the presentation. You're going to keep emphasizing. You're going to use real life examples. You're going to create a story. You're going to use anything that's going to help convince the client that the 180 to 190 is the most affordable option, that there's nothing lower. This is the best company. You're the right professional. They're in the right office. We have all the options, all the companies that we need to have, the most competitive companies in the state of California. If they leave without insurance, they can encounter legal and financial complications. So you're going to sell the idea that making the best decision is the right thing. You're going to use all the closing tools within your power to close the deal. The rest of the presentation is going to be the same as the rest of the situations. You're going to introduce the actual monthly payment, the approximate of the initial payment, the 30-day exposure. You're going to justify the down payment. You're going to offer the exact initial payment. You're going to introduce option 1, option 2, and you're going to close the deal. You're going to use all your closing tools. So make sure to follow the steps to give yourself a better chance of convincing the client.